lots and lots is coming up in this. As you can see, this is what can happen. And I don't like to miss things, and I don't share everything that I find. I just share snippets in the hope that it'll help you go to these places if you want that. So, I can't get this out of my head, so I'm going to accept that it's here. I don't know if you'll see this. Again, it's like this figure here with the arms up or the guitar playing. This looks like a very elegant, I'm just using a white Posca pen because it might bring it out more for you. So there's the neck, this bit here is the neck, and then we've got black hair here and lots of lovely glittery things coming out of the hair. And then arms, again, this arm's straight out, straight out, and the arms go right across. I don't know if you can see that, right out here, like that. There's the neck, the shoulder, and then the arms outstretched. And I see it coming down here, the arm like this. And then the body with a long skirt. The Posca pen isn't working very well on top of all the products. I will persist. So there's the head, the neck, the arms outstretched, the body, like the hips, the waist rather, the hips, and then comes down into this long skirt here. Now, I see this, or I project onto this my grandmother. I'll just do those lines just so you can see it, the shape. So, I might bring this out more. I might leave it as it is. I know she's there. So she's facing straight ahead. So this is the back, her back that we're seeing. And it looks to me like this figure here is actually standing on her left arm. So her left arm is holding the weight of this person here, holding her daughter up. So I find this very intriguing and interesting. I love it. I keep worrying that I'll lose this image somehow. I might cover over it with paint by mistake, and just outlining it a little with the black uni pin pen. I don't want to lose that figure. Now, if you think of this in symbolic terms, I'm saying I don't want to lose this image. I don't want to lose this figure either. And I believe I'm saying I don't want to lose them through death. I don't want to lose them. And my gran has already passed. And this figure here is my mum. So there's that sense of I don't want to lose my mum. That I don't want to cover this up with paint and forget or lose them in that sense. So I absolutely love the colours that my gran has got on, this beautiful, beautiful, like, I can almost feel texture of velvet, like a velvet skirt with deep, deep reds and some turquoise down at the bottom. And then she's got this very unusual sort of, well, funnily enough, she had a scarf like that with blacks and greys in, and a little bit of my great-grandmother symbol is on her back, which all makes sense to me. It's like, well, she came from my great-grandmother. And Star, which of course is me, is there peering round the corner, keeping a close eye, almost like I've got your back, because she is looking this way, they are looking that way. So Star is like a kind of guard. I'm on guard, I'm keeping an eye out. I find this so fascinating and I just love it so much. And I really hope that you are able to, if you want this, to find these kinds of things in your work and bring it out, because this is all about my background, my roots, my history, and it enriches me and my world to see all of this and to revisit and make sense of people, things, events. So that's why I share, and that's where I'm at. So far, I've done my background, I've done my roots. Well, I've done the route that is going to be most useful for me, which is a very focused, definite, solid route to follow, rather than all the massive routes that belong to my really, really extended family, and there are many of us. So this has been so good. And then I did my trunk and discovered my mother figure, my grandmother in there, Star, who's always on guard, watching. And then I did some more with my background and transformed it to this flying bird as opposed to what was there, which felt like a solid block, me. And so now that my grandmother has been seen, and I've realised I don't want to lose them, and she'll always be in my heart, my grandmother, and I'm aware that I don't want to lose my mum. My next thing was the branches, and my branches are very new. These are new, very wispy, thin, flexible branches, which I think speak of new growth from the old, the solid old that was there. Lots of new growth is coming through. So these are very wispy, very flexible, but they're strong for all they're thin, and they're flexible, so they won't easily break, and that is very exciting. So there are my branches. And the next part really is to strengthen our branches and to see anything that needs to be brought out. So just play with your branches and let it all happen. Just noticing I keep doing that as I speak as well. It is like a never-ending cycle. Thinking about my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mother,